to me it was my job as a teacher to take my views about the world and plant them in the minds of my students. I wanted to give them the techniques to make their own decisions. And you do that, one way to do that is to give them the best that was thought and said on both sides of a contentious issue. Well, these textbooks were not like that. They were a series of mutually reinforcing readings, and it was a conspiracy theory about the patriarchy, buttressed by inflated statistics. So after spending a summer reading these books, I wrote a paper, and I went to the American Philosophical Association and presented it. And I will tell you, typically in the American Philosophical Association, if you give a paper, it's very combative, but then you go out for drinks. Well, we did not go out for drinks. I gave this paper. Women, mostly women in the audience, were hissing and booing, and I was excommunicated from a religion I didn't even know existed, the Church of Feminism. I considered that I committed an act of heresy.
What was your take on it that was so offensive?
Well, I said that feminism should be about mutual respect, it should be about equality, not the demonization of men. It was as if they had, if you could reduce it to a few phrases, it would be, women are from Venus, men are from hell. And I thought, that's absurd. Why would we want to teach courses like that that demonize men? Let's celebrate humanity and have, and also accuracy, because these texts are filled with what I've come to call advocacy statistics, or in some cases, hate statistics, sort of designed to create just anger in women. And they happen not to be true, but they work very well as propaganda. So as a philosophy professor, I was very upset to see classrooms being used to disseminate propaganda and twisted conspiracy theories about patriarchy. So I tried to correct it, and what happened was the radicals were already there in the academy, and they do not tolerate dissent. I mean, you see it today on campus. What you're seeing happening on the campus today at Yale, these terrible confrontations between these, some are calling them cry groups now, and professors and so forth, these angry mobs. I have been confronting them for years, but now the public is beginning to notice.
Well, you've been confronting them only from the standpoint of feminism, right? I mean, what was going on in Yale was a professor had written a letter saying that children should probably have the right to be a little bit outrageous and perhaps even offensive in their Halloween costumes. And just Halloween costumes, this led to this massive outrage.
It's anger.
Well, it seems like to me, something about it just seems really fake. It's something about it seems like there's people that have the green light. But this one, there's a lot of these issues where I feel like the reaction that people have, it's not a genuine reaction. But what the reaction represents is a green light to be an asshole. It's like if you think that you...
To be really mean.
Yes.
They're really mean.
Sure.
These people. And they want people's jobs. They want their heads on fire. I never
fired.
argued with anybody that wanted to fire them. You wanted to lynch them. But this is something different. This is fanatical.
Well, it's because there's a certain amount of power that's involved in social media. A certain amount of power. It is, in fact, a mob mentality. And a mob mentality is a very real mentality, whether it's an actual mob out on the street in the middle of a riot, or whether it's a bunch of people on Twitter that get riled up into a frothy rage and start attacking people. The way this one girl was screaming at that professor, who was speaking in very logical and very measured tones, and she was screaming.
The mob can't be speaking. And mob, it's the worst possible display of irrationality, and to have it on a campus. Mm-hmm. And right now, the deans, college presidents, they are so craven, and they are writing these self-abnegating letters and saying, oh, I'm so sorry, and I honor this conversation. Honor the conversation with an angry mob.
Well, it seems like what that woman did when she wrote that original letter was take a little bit of a chance against the mob. Take a little bit of a chance. And this is the reaction. The mob was like, fuck you. No, we're the mob. And that woman screaming at her husband, who I believe is her husband, right?
Yes, a distinguished
and he was being very fair and engaging them outside in the open in this incredibly large group. But it was funny how he had to do it because there were so many people around, and some of them couldn't hear what he was saying. He's saying, well, I will raise my voice so that you will be able to hear me, but I'm not yelling at her.
What the fuck?
Raising my voice.
And then they say, so yell at us.
Exactly.
He would turn to the one group of students because they would say, you're not looking at us. He would turn, and then the students behind him would say, you're not. This man could not win. He was in a terrible situation, all because of Halloween costumes.
Exactly.
These children, I call them children. I wouldn't have called college student children, but now they're so infantile. But it's worse than that. It's infantile, yes, but it's